Hi, everybody. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. Ginger, let's do our hug. We gotta. During this time, we need to come out of this better, not bitter. Let's remember Marvin Gaye, who passed away. He was shot and killed by his dad 36 years ago today. He was 44 years old. It happened on a April Fool's Day, and everyone thought it was April Fool's, that it was a hoax. But no, he had been shot and killed by his father. Marvin Gaye, just one of the most important figures in R&B music, just music around the world. You can listen to a song like What's Going On, which is about like 50 years old. It still resonates today. It was like it was written 6 months ago. But Marvin Gaye, many thought he was before his time. The music with Marvin and Tammy and Kim Weston and Diana Ross. I do an oldie show on Sunday night, so I play them all the time. Here in Philadelphia, the death was on a Sunday, and my boss at the time, Butterball, who did the oldies, he had a way of just comforting the city because everyone was in shock. It felt like a member of your family had died. And it did, because Marvin was just, he was just part of the culture, part of the family. Had he lived, his birthday is April the 2nd, and he would have been 81 years old tomorrow. But Marvin Gaye, gone but not forgotten. Another great figure is Gil Scott-Heron, who would have been 71 today. They called him the godfather of hip-hop. The revolution will not be televised in the bottle amongst his hits. He was kind of like before his time, and just a revolutionary music that made you think. But Gil Scott-Heron, we remember him today. He would have been 71. Let's get into Chuck D and Flavor Flav, Public Enemy. I love that group. But a few weeks ago, I told you guys they had a falling out. They were kicking Flav out the group. Chuck was like, "We down with Bernie Sanders," and Flav was like, "I don't want nothing to do with politics of Bernie Sanders." So they're like, "Well, Flav, we're kicking you out." In a recent podcast, Chuck D alluded to the fact that it was a hoax, little publicity stunt to sell records. Chuck, why? Just put out music, baby. Just put out music. Don't do this. See, I kind of didn't, because Chuck and Flav, they like peanut butter and jelly. They may have let Professor Griff out of the group, but I could not see them doing it without flavor. Chuck D says that Flav don't know who Bernie Sanders is, who Colonel Sanders is, who Larry Sanders is. I was like, oh, now, Flav is a lot. Could you imagine being quarantined with him? Flav's a lot, and he's done stuff, and I'm sure he works the nerves, and I'm sure he's worked Chuck's nerves, but they've dealt with it for a long time, so why now? Now we're kind of seeing it was a little publicity stunt, but you guys, you're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Y'all ain't need to do that. Just put out music. Just put out music. That's it. You don't have to do that. Now, today is April Fool's Day. It's canceled. It really is. It's canceled. It's too much going on. It's too much there. There's just too much going on. They ain't nothing funny. It's canceled. SUV fans, Law and Order is coming out with a spinoff. Actor Christopher Maloney played Elliot Stabler on the show. He's getting his own show. It's going to be interesting what the premise is going to be. But the SUV series, when you think of it, like one of the longest shows in history. The iHeart Living Room concert, it raised $8 million. This is the one hosted by Elton John. You had Mariah Carey singing through the roof. It raised $8 million for the children of first responders. What is it about older people wanting to be in Playboy? First, it was Dolly Parton, who's turning 75 next January. She says, "I want to do it." Now Suzanne Summers, who's best known for Three's Company, she wants to do it. She's 75. I'm just going to leave y'all with, Idris Elba, he and his wife, they're over the coronavirus, out of quarantine. They can't go back to England. England's like, no, you can't go back yet. Not quite yet. That's his home. They're stuck in New Mexico, but that is his home. And he can't go back. Harry Styles, he can't go back home over to London with everything, with quarantine and a lot letting people in and their, all of these safety precautions. Is social distancing working where you are? Or maybe where you're at, they're not doing social distancing. Most of the country is in social distancing, and they got celebrities coming forward. Larry David, Curb Your Enthusiasm. His is funny. He said, stay home for old people like myself. That was funny. Samuel L. Jackson, whose favorite word is the F word, is just simply saying, stayed at home. Empire, the season, will it end early? They're saying that it will because of the coronavirus. The last show will be April 21st, but it's not ending the way that they wanted. They could never finish out the show. So they're coming up with ways, how can they give it a proper send-off? Because that will be the day Empire is over. But I am hearing there could be an Empire spinoff with Taraji P. Henson and her character, Cookie. Rihanna, Jay-Z, giving millions to coronavirus efforts. They're joining forces with their organization. I had like a lot of notes here before I get into it's Census Day. If you're watching this on April the 1st, today is Census Day, and if you live in the United States, be counted, everybody, be counted. It's important. You will help your community who represents you. The money that comes in, it only happens every 10 years. So you want to be counted. My2020census.gov. Make sure that you are counted. We're going through this pandemic. Ain't no census people coming to your house, and they're not asking for money or donations. Don't fall for the hoaxes. But federal funds, governments, hospitals, roads, public transportation, how they draw up the political district lines. It's important. I know we got a bunch of people out here, they hide and stuff. Now, they still have to do the homeless, nursing homes, prisons, but people have to be counted. And if you're a college student, okay, you may be home right now because of everything that's going on, but list where you're going to school because that's how they will count you. Be safe, everybody. Be safe. April Fool's Day is canceled for the day with everything that's going on. You got to think, we want to come out of this better, not bitter. If there are things that can help you, if you're a small business to help you, if you've been furloughed, if you've been unemployed, file your unemployment, get your money. It's tough times. It's going to be weeks before we'll experience normalcy, and you got to think, what is the new normal? I thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. If I hurt you, that means that I saw it. Let's keep in touch. I know with the isolation, I want to be that bright spot of your day. Let's hug. We're in this together, everybody. We are in this together. We're going to keep you informed about things that are going on. Have a good one. Leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for joining us. It's not cute. It's not cute not knowing. Thanks for joining me.